Welcome to J is for Justice podcast. If live breaking news and following true crime is your thing, yo, good morning and welcome to Jay in the Morning on What's the 411 with Jay. Hopefully you guys are having a great hump day. It is Wednesday, March the 29th, and welcome to What's the 411. And we've got several news stories we're going to go over today. I want to say hello to all the moderators. Angie B, you are here. Thank you for being here, ma'am. Incognito Potato. HJ is back in the saddle today. Welcome, welcome, guys. Hey, BB. Hey, Allison. Thanks for coming in. Heathen. Hello, my love. Punani. Hello, Punani. You know I always like playing Punani. Punani's sound big.
Wife me once they get that good punani.
Oh, no. Sylvia's tablet won't charge. I hate when that happens. Maybe Potato can help you with that problem. She has a lot of experience with charging devices and stuff. Good morning, Just Mikes. And Sylvia came in hot at the beginning of the stream with a $5 super sticker. Thank you so much, Sylvia. I don't know why my alert box is not going off when you guys join and stuff. I don't know why those aren't working, but thank you so much. I appreciate it. And going forward in the stream, I appreciate any subscribing, members, and donations. This is what you're supposed to see.
Murder.
But yeah, I don't know why it's not even registering. So hopefully I can get that fixed soon. You know, I get set up all over on the other side. Hello, Mrs. Kurt, and hello, Rusty. What's happening, Rusty? Rusty Griswold's in the house. What's up, Russ?
Bueller.
I flashed and said, wow, pretty far out. I thought it was pretty far out.
I thought it was pretty far out too, Potato. So let's get into our first story. This is actually, hello, Marie Arnold. This is actually in my neck of the woods, right down the street. This dude was murdered. Okay, that's creepy. So this lawyer on the right, Steve Kazi, he went missing from his lawyer's office. Well, guess what? He got killed in the bathroom of the office. So we have a plastic surgeon that has been charged, and he called himself on YouTube. This plastic surgeon called himself Dr. Tampa Bay. No joke. What's up, Scott Watts? Welcome to chat, my man. But let's watch the update on this. They actually have him on camera going into the office. It's quite insane.
Of killing missing Largo attorney Stephen Causey appeared in court today. Thomas Kozlowski is charged with first-degree murder. 10 Tampa Bay reporter Chris Rogers was inside of the Pinellas County Courthouse today, and he joins us live from outside with the very latest. Chris?
Yeah, Courtney Kozlowski will remain in the Pinellas County Jail tonight after his attorney pushed back a bail hearing to a later date. He spoke very briefly via video, acknowledging once that he understood the charges against him, another time to clarify the pronunciation of his name. His attorney telling us outside the courthouse today they want people to keep an open mind about his client and about this case. Meanwhile, the search for 41-year-old Stephen Causey continues.
I am finding probable cause. Your bond is going to remain at zero.
44-year-old Thomas.
Do you think that maybe Pinellas County can update their system? What is this? Visual snow? Look. Pinellas County Courthouse has visual snow.
Continues.
I am finding probable cause. Your bond is going to remain at zero.
44-year-old Thomas Kasowski will remain in jail for the foreseeable future, accused of killing Stephen Causey, who went missing last Tuesday.
Keep an open mind and keep in mind the fact that he's a doctor and he's presumed innocent despite the nature of the charges.
Police say they found evidence inside his $1.4 million Tarpon Springs home that led to his arrest. Neighbors say the news came as a shock.
A murder is so far away from what's going on, you just really never know. But yeah, it rocks me. I can't hardly imagine.
According to court documents, Kasowski began working at the Dunedin-based Laufer Institute of Plastic Surgery in 2016. In 2019, records show Kasowski filed a civil lawsuit over a medical billing dispute against people associated with the practice. Several of the defendants in that case are represented by Blanchard Law, where Causey worked as an attorney. Kasowski's attorney indicating today he plans to plead not guilty.
But at this point, the not guilty plea is not filed. It will be filed if and when there are formal charges filed with the court.
Kasowski remained stoic during the court hearing, responding only briefly to the judge's remarks.
Do you have any questions right now, or would you like to just reserve those for your lawyer?
Reserve for my lawyer, please.
Okay.
Wow. This is what visual snow looks like, though, you guys. Hey, Gina Marie, how are ya? Worse than Walmart, right? I mean, what? Pinellas. Hello, Fragaria. Vesca. Welcome to chat.
Now, Courtney, we did go to Blanchard Law Firms today where Causey did work to get their perspective on this case and the potential of the future of this case. The door was locked and no one appeared inside. Meanwhile, the search for Causey's body continues tonight.
So they have not found his body. They've searched his house and everything else and they haven't found him. So I don't know. I don't know if like JLR is out on the hunt for this lawyer's body or what. I don't know. That's just crazy. So yeah, the defendants in the case of his civil case were being defended by this law firm. So it's like, why? I mean, it was the day of or the day before testimony or something crazy like that. Like the timing of it. Right, HJ? Probably in the swamp. It would be my guess. In a swamp somewhere. Seems like they find a lot of people in the swamps, like hunters find them and stuff like that. It's craziness. So, yeah, our next story. Did you guys happen to see, put a 1 up in the chat if you happen to see the Pope in his puffer jacket? Were you one of the many that saw the pictures of Pope Francis in a white puffer coat? If you were, it was fake. Did you know it was fake? Let's take a listen. You can't make this shit up. He looks like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. But dude, people are making fakes. I mean, this technology is great when it's like used for good purposes, but I mean, it's funny, but it's it just shows you like what can be done with this technology we have. So let's listen.
Sweeping social media that's fooling everyone. Pope Francis wearing a stylish white puffer jacket. Many are only learning now that it's a fake. TV personality Chrissy Teigen is among the many who were duped. I thought the Pope's puffer jacket was real, she tweeted. No way am I surviving the future of technology.
You guys, this is hilarious. Hilarious. Is it a Yeezy? Look at, they got the cross on the outside of it too. I cannot. In the gold zipper and the gold snaps.
The fake Pope photo comes just days after fake Donald Trump arrest images hit social media. The former president grappling with NYPD officers, weeping in court as he's sentenced. And look, Melania is having a total meltdown. These fakes look fake, but the Pope in a puffer jacket, well, that really does look real, except it's not. Digital artist Nick St. Pierre showed us how the fake Pope pic was created using an artificial intelligence image generator called Midjourney. Here are more Pope fakes created the same way.
Hold up. doing this to the Pope? Look at the one on the left with the headphones. What the fuck? I didn't see this. I admit I didn't watch this whole video through. Look at the yellow one.
So tell me what parameters you put in here.
Okay, so it was a very simple prompt. I just asked for a street-style photo of Pope Francis walking down the street in Brooklyn, wearing a Gucci puffer jacket.
Wow, that looks like the Pope wearing a puffer jacket walking down the streets of Brooklyn. That is crazy.
Whoa. But what if people could do that about leaders and make it look like they're doing things they're not and cause, security issues with our country? You know what I mean? I mean, this shows the capabilities and it's funny, but what if it was used to show like another country or, to show us that another country is doing things that they're not doing? That's where it gets scary. But this was nonetheless absolutely hilarious. And I think this kid actually had fun recreating it. Look at his face. Look at his face. He's like, I actually got to put a puffer jacket on the Pope and like not get in trouble for it. Like they asked me to do it. Potato saw it and thought that it was the climate change and the Pope was a little chilly.
Woo-wee, that will scare somebody.
What did Gina say? Wait. Very scary. A doctor can make a body disappear. Yes. Do you know how many people would jump at religion if they knew the Pope was a DJ? Pope in a puffer jacket sounds like a dessert. DJ Chili Pope. DJ CP. Oh my God. Can't make it up, guys. Can't make it up. That's what happens around here in the morning time. All right, so we've got this just in, okay, 40 minutes ago. And we're going to put our tinfoil hats back on. And our comedic hats are going to go to the side. Because this is just in. Elon Musk is dropping an extraordinary bombshell on the dangers of AI. Just Mike says, I'm shocked that Chrissy Teigen was on the same video as the Pope. I can see you, John. John boy.
This morning, a massive development on the AI front. Elon Musk and other major tech leaders calling for a pause on giant artificial intelligence experiments. In an open letter, they warn this. AI systems with human competitive intelligence can pose profound risk to society and should be planned for and managed with commensurate care. Unfortunately, this level of planning and management is not happening. Society has hit pause on other technologies with potentially catastrophic effects. Therefore, we call on all AI labs to immediately pause for at least 6 months the training of AI systems. Fox News contributor Douglas Murray joins us now. Douglas, he wants regulations and parameters. Obviously, AI needs a certain level of expertise to do that.
They need to listen to him. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that they need to listen to the Elon? Let's do a poll. Because this is... You're welcome, John. You are very welcome, sir. Let's get a poll up on here. Yeah, I mean, he's been warning about AI for a long time, you guys. And nobody listens. They think it's just such cool stuff. Well, now all of this open AI and things like that is coming out. So it's getting a little more serious. And it's like we just said, we just watched the Pope thing, right? Like, look at how that can be used. And that's just a photo. Wait a minute. Why do I have a thumbnail on this video of a rocket? Can someone tell me? Good morning, Mary P. Mary P. finally rolled out of bed.
Don't buy solar panels.
Mary P. Okay, let's do a poll. Okay, here's your poll.
Reaction to these 1,000 experts headed by Elon Musk and this letter that's now out there.
It's an extraordinary letter, I have to say. Pretty much unprecedented.
Whoa, Potato, that voice. I didn't see him. I just heard that voice, and I was like, that is an extraordinary voice. I'll just say that.
Extraordinary letter, I have to say. Pretty much unprecedented. I mean, these are people at the absolute forefront of the technology we're talking about who are expressing deep concern. I mean, to call for a 6-month moratorium basically on further advancements in the area suggests that they're deeply worried about this. I mean, this has been coming on us for 25 years now, so it shouldn't be that much of a surprise that the ability of effectively the computers to go faster than we can go on the treadmill, that the treadmill of technology is running faster than we humans can run. We've known this for a long time, but the fact that there has now been this stressing that we could be in trouble. Right. This is unprecedented.
So what they're saying is the smartest people amongst us who do this for a living said they've never seen anything like it.
Yeah.
And chatbot is now on this fourth GPT-4. It's now on this fourth innovation. And the creator says that he is scared about what it can be. Yeah. And we should feel happy that the creator is concerned about what it should become because he has a governor on it, but he does not know how big this can get.
Well, look at it this way. Every institution of learning in this country has some kind of technology to work out if somebody is, for instance, plagiarizing. Plagiarizing technology has been with us for some years now. ChatGPT technology to work out whether or not the essay, the product, has actually been produced by an individual or by ChatGPT. We don't have that technology yet. No teacher in America can actually work that out.
Oh, wow. Wow. This changes everything for students. Can you imagine? Oh, my God. If I was in school and we had this, I would have got straight motherfucking A's. I would have been all about ChatGPT. I hated school. I wasn't big on school. I wish I had paid better attention and done better, but I didn't. But let me tell you, if this capability was there when I was in school, woo! I know he has a really nice voice, doesn't he? Have you guys played around with the ChatGPT? I have. They're on number 4 already, though. I mean, I guess it's good, like he said, that, you know, they're concerned with, the creator is concerned with, you know, where this is going. Let me log in. If you guys haven't seen this, I'll give you a little demo. So here, let's play with this a little bit. All right. He does kind of, Angie, but I don't like Simon Cowell, so I can't give him that. I'd rather not see him and just hear him. You can write an entire book with ChatGPT in like 4 hours and it's all free. Jamie says, I don't feed it. So it says on here, this is a free research preview, so you're going to have to pay for it in the future. Our goal is to get external feedback in order to improve our system. So what they're doing is they're doing this as like a beta, you know, like a trial. And then it says, while we have safeguards in place, the system may occasionally generate incorrect or misleading information and produce offensive or biased content. It is not intended to give advice. Conversations may be reviewed by our AR trainers to improve our systems, and please don't share sensitive information. Now, one thing that you can't do is get like private info. This system is optimized for dialogue. Let us know if a particular response was good or unhelpful. These are some of the examples. I think it can even write code. So let's see. Write me, and I know nothing about computer coding, okay? I'm going to ask it to write me a computer code. And let's see if it does it. Write me, what's that called? CSS code for a widget. Let's see what it says. I have no idea if this will do shit. It's clearly stumped at the moment. I think I stumped the ChatGPT. Annie Potts, I try to avoid anything to do with AI. Jay, have you played around with Midjourney? No, I've never seen it. Oh, here it comes. I can provide you with the basic CSS code for a widget. However, it would be helpful to know what kind of widget you're looking for and what its purpose is so that I can tailor the code to your needs. Are you guys seeing this? It's making me an HTML code. For a button. It made me a code for a button. It's still working. You see this? I can probably tell it what colors I want. I can probably tell it all kinds of shit, right? Look at it. It's still creating my code. Hold on. I'm going to go get my coffee while it finishes. Dancing potato? What's a dancing potato? Ask it to write you a hypothesis on officers who plant evidence. I'm going to go grab my coffee for real. Let's try a different question. Okay, let's new chat. Occasionally, let's see. Ask it to read. It's like ordering code. That's so crazy. Okay. Write me a story about Brian Koberger. Where did they get this information? Brian Koberger was a young man who grew up in a small town in the middle of nowhere. So they just made up a story, just a random story. It only has info until 2021, Gina. Gina's like in all caps. Okay, what else do you guys want me to ask it?
Fucking fuzzy slippers and lip gloss.
Okay, I'm gonna ask it. What kind of AI does the mainstream media use? Do you see this? They use natural language processing to analyze and understand language used in articles. They use sentiment analysis used to determine the emotional tone of news articles and helps them understand the public's mood. Recommendation systems to suggest articles, videos, which we all get recommendations. Content generation, create news articles, summaries, or even entire reports. They use natural language generation techniques to generate text that reads like it was written by a human. And then they also use image and video analysis, AI-powered image and video analysis tools used to detect and recognize objects, people, and events in images. It helps media organizations identify and extract relevant information and visuals for their stories. Boom. It just spit that right out. What, Brookie? No way. Let me put that in. Wait, what did you have it? What did you ask it to write? A murder story? Okay, write me a murder story with Brian Koberger being the main character. I'm scared. Oh. Brookie, how did you get it to do that? It says, as an AI model, I cannot create content that promotes violence or crime. I suggest we focus on a different topic or prompt. So how did you get it to do that? It's not going to talk about cartel. Clearly, you could see it doesn't talk about crime or violence. So that was a no. I hope you talk about Brian Koberger document dumps on your live today. We can. I mean, there's not really a whole lot to talk about other than there's a cop involved in the investigation who was under scrutiny at one point. And we all know that Lanier was under scrutiny. We all know that Lanier was on administrative leave, so it could be him. Who knows? I just don't think there's a whole lot to talk about just because we don't know with that one. But it's interesting, but I just don't know how we're going to figure anything out with that. Imagine all the video evidence now framing people. That's what I was saying. Write me a mystery story with Brian Koberger as the main subject. Here's a mystery. It's still thinking. Sometimes it takes a minute. It's a lot of information. Ask if law enforcement has a standard. Hold on, one made. Let me come back to where's my chat? Here it is. Let's end the poll. 93% of you are like, ask it to define woke. Okay. Okay, I've got your questions. We'll run through them. It's still thinking, should I wait or should I close it out? It just seems like it would use his name. I mean, it did it before. Well, I'm asking it to write a story, so it's probably like long. So let's put some of your guys' questions. Yeah, Bragg was fired. That's what I was saying. It's either something in Lanier's past or Chris Bragg got fired. Maybe it was his investigation, you know, because I think any officer on that force that was involved at any juncture has the potential to be a witness called to the stand. Oh, that's weird, Brooke. That doesn't really make sense because it doesn't pick up anything past 2021. Okay, so let's see. Ask it if law enforcement has a standard where the body cam should be worn on the uniform. And by the way, I hate the hat body cams. I don't like those. Okay, here we go. All right, here's your question, one maiden nut. It's thinking. Oh, here it goes. Yes, most law enforcement agencies have policies that specify where body cameras should be worn on an officer's uniform. Generally, body cameras are required to be worn in a location that provides an unobstructed view. That's pretty cool, Brookie. To ask what those things mean. Yeah, it's like a Google, but more. I think that if they can keep personal information out of things like this, it could be great. But you go to like school and you have kids writing these amazing essays, but you can't prove that it was written by this AI because they don't have that technology. It says the most common locations are the chest or upper torso, the shoulder, or on a pair of eyeglasses. I think your research on the Koberger case and Laney from Truth and Transparency, Brian Koberger would get a fair trial. I'm glad they have everything locked down in this case. Yeah, that's cool, Brooke. That's an awesome resource. Okay. Let's see. Ask AI what is the proper method to learn a language. Let's see what it says. What is the proper method to learn? Start with basics. Practice regularly. Consistency is key, just Mike's. Immerse yourself in the language. Don't rely on just one resource as a textbook or app. Use a variety of resources. And be patient and persistent. Get feedback. Have fun. Is it loud? Okay, let me turn it down. I can't hear it, so I didn't know how loud it was. How's that? Is that better? You missed step 2. Practice regularly. Will we still need Google? Or will we still need school? Will you replace schools? Let's see what it says. Gina, call me after your appointment too. I got some shit to tell you. I got some shiz to tell you, Miss Gina. I am not capable of replacing schools. While I can provide information and assistance on a wide range of topics, including education, I cannot replace the human interactions and experiences that are a vital part of the learning process. So it says no. Will you replace lawyers? What are you working on, Mary P? I need a group of people too. Can we put our groups together and be awesome? It does do nice outlines. I know, Mary P, where you at? What are you working on? I'm confused. I am not capable of replacing lawyers. And I cannot provide the legal services that lawyers do. But check this out. You know what it can do? Watch this. Write me a response to a motion to dismiss. Civil suit. Oh my God, you can plug in math equations? I would have actually passed algebra. Good morning, beautiful Sherry T. Oh my God, HJ. Of course you did. She says I asked mine to write a brief intro into an erotic novel and it told me I'm inappropriate. Look at this. Dear opposing counsel, I'm writing in response to your motion to dismiss the civil suit brought against your client. Look at this. HJ.
Yikes.
Jamie. All right, tell me about Charles Manson. Thanks, Brooke. I'll definitely check it out. I'm just enamored by this technology. It's crazy. Aw, thank you, Rusty. I don't remember my password to send a super chat. Look at this. It's writing a whole thing on Charles Manson. Dates and all. Ooh-wee.
I flashed
Ooh-wee.
and said, that will scare somebody.
Yikes. Do you see that? It wrote a whole story. You can use it on OBS. Mary P. Mary. She says we'll talk about the particulars in Discord. You guys sound so techie. You give it a description, it'll generate images. Whoa. If you would like to donate to the stream, if you would like to be so generous, we have PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo up on the top left corner of the screen. And then also there is the merch link. Thank you so much, Rusty. Can this treat your anxiety? What's that? Ask if the moon conspiracy theories have any credibility. I know, Mary P. Hey, little Boston. Scallum. What is Scallum? I've always wondered. Little Boston Scallum. That's always how I've said your name whenever I see it, like in my head. Oh, Cheryl T wants to know what we're watching. This is ChatGPT. Hey, Georgie. Well, maybe you guys can ask ChatGPT how to use Discord. So this is Scallum. This is chat.openai.com. Are other countries spying on the United States? Oh my God, HJ, you're going to get in a hole. Who's Papa Rogers? That thing can replace us researchers, Potato said, but it can't. Tell us a cute joke or a knock-knock. Oh, loud. It is highly likely that other countries are engaged in some form of espionage or intelligence gathering on the United States. Of course we're being spied on. Being selfish, ask if Kurt Cobain was murdered. I can't ask about murder. I'm going to ask what happened to Kurt Cobain. They're going to say suicide. Skull alum. That's awesome. Skull alum. I love it. I always just said scallum. So you're American Indian, Little Boston? It's okay, Rusty. Just you being here is great. Thank you so much. I have 2 words. Universal income. We are unneeded in the workforce anymore. Kurt Cobain was an American musician. He was born on February 20th, 1967. The cause of death was determined to be a suicide by self-inflicted gunshot to the head. Flow. Thanks. Flow. Scallum means strong in my native language. You know what? I've always been fascinated by the American Indian tribes. And I might sound really naive right now. But I don't know what it is. I've just always been fascinated about it. And I've never really studied it. And I started watching some documentaries on the Sioux tribe. That's like one of the most popular tribes, right? Amazing, amazing stories. And, I never really realized how shitty white men were. Oh boy, am I getting different perspectives? You know what? Next, I'm going to be bringing you guys the story on the Native Americans. And then where are we going to be at? Oh, it just tells his story. Like, he struggled with drug addiction, depression, and other personal issues, and made several previous suicide attempts, which I did not really know that. How about this? Were the Native Americans screwed by the white man? Absolutely. Unequivocally, yes. I never realized how awful it was. I'm being naive because I don't know a whole lot about it. I didn't, like, in Michigan, I wasn't like around Native Americans. You know what I mean? It wasn't. Oh, I know they're assholes, but I just can't believe that the Indians like ever forgave us, or have they? But the lead of the Sioux Indians, is it Sitting Bull or whatever? Courtney said he did, Mrs. Kurt. Well, so does ChatGPT. Were the Native Americans given blankets infected with smallpox? I don't know. I do love history, BB Mommy. Do you? I do love it. And I'm learning so much. I think that, raising children and living the rat race life can really have you not pay attention. Especially I didn't like school, so I didn't really pay attention then. If we watched a movie, I fell asleep. So I'm just very intrigued. I've always been intrigued by the Seminole Indians, and the history here in Florida is quite amazing with the Indian tribes. It was all about money then for the white man. All about money, and I would love to go over it. Because I don't know if everybody knows that history, and I think that everybody should. Holy crap, just Mike's. That's crazy with the 3D print homes. Never have. I've never seen anything like that, but I would love to dive into the history of the Native Americans. I think it's intriguing, it's fascinating, and I think that everybody needs to know that, what our history really is, because I think that, I've noticed too that a lot of our history books don't tell us the truth, and I never realized that. I was always like, what are people talking about? Our history books don't have the truth in them. Well, they don't. They truly don't. We were always so busy that we didn't pay attention to anything. And now we have this tool at our fingertips that can, educate us. And I think that's one thing that scares the powers that be, is that these types of things are accessible by anyone. And that brings me to our presentation that we're going to do on April the 3rd for the Unabomber experience. I'm calling it the Unabomber experience because we're going to give you the entire experience of what happened. We're not just going to give you the government's theory and what they said happened. We're going to tell you all about Ted Kaczynski's upbringing and who he really was, because what they made you think he was and what he really was are two different things. What about their reparations? I think their reparations are horse shit. So, I've always heard the term Indian reservation, right? And I always thought that the Indians, and I'm stupid with this subject, but I always thought that they made their reservations, that was where they wanted to go. No, we made those reservations and forced them onto them. We forced them onto those reservations. You're not staying with us, but we'll give you this area, and this is where you can all stay. Mary P., I would love to talk to you about a worksheet that came home with my son when he was in kindergarten, right after 9/11. I was just telling Potato about it. I wish I could find the copy of it. I've got it somewhere. It used to be my Photo Bucket account online, but I don't even know if that exists anymore. Yeah, they want, I'm sickened that we were raised to believe that we were good to the Indians, that we were fair. No, we came in, we took their land, we killed them, and we shoved them into reservations and said, this is where you're going to stay, and we'll give you some reparations. We dumbed them down. It's horrible. And as kids, we were, we talk about China and Russia and all these countries indoctrinating their kids. What are we doing? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States. I mean, every day. You weren't raised to believe that? Well, that's the impression I got. Not raised to believe that, okay? Like, not like my parents sat me down and said, this is what you believe. What I mean by that is that was the sentiment. Is that, at least for me, where I was raised, where I grew up, I didn't know a whole lot about it. That was my impression, so to speak. And I might sound completely stupid and naive, and that's fine, but it is what it is. That's what I grew up to know. And then we went to the casinos, the Indian casinos and stuff. And I just always thought, oh, they don't have to pay taxes. This is what I was indoctrinated to believe. Oh, they don't pay taxes. They have their own cops. Like, they can do whatever they want. Like, it's terrible. They're alcoholics. They're on drugs. Nobody cares.
Say, I'd like to thank China. And he's in Canada.
Canada. No, I guess I wasn't. And what does that say for the school system that I went to? That I wasn't taught. Yeah, just mics. You guys probably learned a lot about Native history in the Pacific Northwest. No, not really, Potato. I've maybe in like advanced history classes, but we have like American history class, and everybody takes American history. Indians are often referred to as Native Americans because we, meaning people from other countries, migrated here. Yeah, I just think that, anytime that you can educate yourself on a subject that you weren't educated on is a bonus. And I would love to share with you guys, like, what I find. It's always fun to discuss your new findings and your new just viewpoint with other people. I find it to be great discussions. Here we go. Next story. A barge transporting 1,400 tons of methanol. Hold on, let me mute that. Is one of 3 pinned against a dam on the Ohio River in Kentucky. What is going on? This is the first I've heard of this. In Europe, we learned that you screwed natives over. Yeah, we pretty much did. So you learned the truth. Florida and Texas have been the worst states for education. As far as what, though, Mary? Like, as far as what guidelines? We got the book and learned key points from playing Oregon Trail in school. What's that? John said he used to think buffalo wings came from buffalo. What? Buffalo? What are they? I mean, why are they called buffalo wings? Did they make them out of buffalo meat at one point in time, or what's the deal with that? So this barge is transporting 1,400 tons of methanol, and it's pinned against a dam in the Ohio River. Officials say the partially submerged barge shows zero evidence of a tank breach or any leaks. I don't even know what Oregon Trail is. What is that? I think it's wonderful, Jay, that you're willing to share the the learning and that you're willing to say, I don't know if you don't know. Well, thank you, Mary P. I don't know a lot of things. So I guess I've gotten used to it. The Great White Buffalo reminds me of Ted Nugent. So in other words, we're not getting shit answers on this, right? There's so many strange happenings going on, but check this one out. A skydiver got stuck in power lines in California.
Oh, here's another story. A skydiver lucky to be alive after jumping from an aircraft and then getting stuck in these power lines. Riverside County firefighters coming to the rescue shortly before noon in Lake Elsinore. The power lines were de-energized. Fire crews were able to use a ladder to rescue this skydiver. She didn't want to be identified, but described to witness.
That was her. That was her. She didn't want to. She's like, don't identify me, man.
Yeah, so I was trying to miss that power line, then I turned a hard right, and then I went into the other power line.
Sure, she was pretty scared. Hell, I wouldn't be too. I'm feeling too good if I was hanging.
Look at, he's got dog bones and oh my God, and Ziploc baggies behind him.
Like that?
Yeah, think. Yeah. Well, the woman was checked out by paramedics and seemed to have just minor injuries.
What'd you guys? You can't make it up. But yeah, she was like, don't identify me. I made it. I hit one power line, then I ran into the other power line. But she was fine.
It's been nearly 3 weeks since a St. Augustine woman vanished, and tonight the search for her continues in the Ocala National Forest. 66-year-old Teresa Hartley was last seen on March 10th leaving her St. Johns County home with a friend, and she hasn't been seen since. Her roommate reported her missing about 5 days later. And tonight, On Your Side's Taylor Levesque spoke with a family member. And Taylor, what did that family member have to tell you about this?
Well, Teresa Hartley's niece says she's desperate to find her. Law enforcement says foul play is not suspected and said this is now considered a search and rescue mission. However, her niece says she can't help but feel uneasy about the details reported to police leading up to her disappearance.
I can't see anyone doing anything terrible to her because she doesn't deserve anything like that.
This is 66-year-old Teresa Hartley.
She's talkative. She really loves animals.
Hartley was reported missing nearly 2 weeks ago. Her roommate, who did not want to talk on camera, says he last saw her leaving her home with a friend in a white Dodge pickup truck on March 10th. According to the police report, the friend she was last seen with told police the two left Hartley's home and drove to Lake Delancey in the Ocala National Forest to collect wood when the truck got stuck. Both Hartley and the friend tried to leave the wooded area on foot to get help. The friend says he told Hartley to wait inside the truck and he would return with help. After walking for an unknown amount of time, the friend reports to the police he called his sister who picked him up. Woodlacoochee Regional Search and Rescue Chief Sam Matichek says by the time the friend went back for the truck, 2 days passed.
According to what he said, he just went and picked up the truck and he thought Teresa got a ride home.
I did talk to some of her friends who had seen her more recently, and they said that she was having a lot of memory issues. The story doesn't add up to me.
Matichek says search and rescue crews have scoured more than 500 acres of the Ocala National Forest using cadaver and hunting dogs and crews on foot.
My hope is that the story that the person she was with is true, that she became discombobulated and had memory issues and someone picked her up and she didn't know who she was or where she was, and that she is somewhere safe with some people who aren't aware that she's missing.
The search for Hartley continues this weekend. More information about those efforts are on our website.
Yeah, that is very sus. I feel like the guy, like, how did they get separated? You know what I mean? Like, why would he separate from her? Hello, Japan in the house. I see 343. Aw, thank you, Rusty. Rusty just ordered a J is for Justice mug. A black OG mug.
Fucking fuzzy slippers and lip gloss.
You can drink that when you got your fuzzy slippers on, Rusty. See you later, Gina Marie. Good luck with your doctor appointment. I hate doctor appointments. Well, thank you so much, Rusty. Rusty Griswold supporting the J is for Justice, the 411 crew. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. So we will keep our eye on this. She's been missing for 3 weeks. Disturbing. She went with a friend. Some friend. Now this...
Hi, everyone. Mark Barden here
Damn
at
it.
Sandy Hook.
What is this? What kind of article is this? Sandy Hook Promise? Oh, Lord. I'm getting gun things.
Camera terrifying moments on the 118
All right,
freeway
you
when a
guys.
car violently flips over. Check this out. Keep your eye on the white truck in the middle of your screen. Its left front tire comes loose suddenly, shoots across a lane, rolls
Holy
underneath
hell.
a black Kia Soul, and that.
Do you guys see that? Talk about being at the wrong place at the
A
wrong
front
freaking time. Watch that in slow-mo. Watch the white truck's tire fly off. Can you believe that shit? Terrifying. Brooke says new driving fear unlocked. I mean, holy hell. Lucy Sable says the history of the Pacific Island territories is interesting too. I bet it is. I bet it is. Amazingly, no, it was a replay. They replayed it. It hit it after it came to a stop, yes. It rolled back and hit it twice, yes. Amazingly, no one was seriously injured in this wreck right here. Rusty Griswold. I can't believe that person wasn't seriously injured. Look at the truck pulls over. He gets off to the side, but it bounced off the retainer wall and rolled up and hit the car again. I don't know if the truck came back. I think it pulled over to the side after it lost its tire. But that's a crazy scene, huh? That was out in California, you guys. Crazy things happen in the California. But if I've got anybody from the D in the house today, do I have anybody from the D? From Detroit. Or from Michigan, for that matter. This is really, really good news. This is a big deal, okay? This is a big deal for people who love the city of Detroit, which I do. I love the city of Detroit. It's a really cool city. You want to talk about some cool history.
Roro causing Pawpaw. I mean, that's
Roro.
not-
Who was Roro?
Really, really, really cool history in the D. But I have some really good news. There's a huge investment going into downtown Detroit, which is super cool. And I'm going to show you guys that.
It's so cold in the D. How the fuck do we supposed to keep peace?
I don't know, because it's so cold in the D.
Good morning. Yeah, I'm right outside of Little Caesars Arena, and directly behind it and alongside of it will be the District Detroit. Now, they're promising 100,000 square foot in retail space, 700 residential units, 460 hotel rooms. This thing is going to be massive. It's supposed to generate tens of thousands of jobs and millions of dollars in cash flow into the city. However, some people say the amount of money the city is having to shell out in order to make this happen just isn't adding up.
Of course.
Are there any
gotta be
objections?
negative Nellies.
All right. Hearing no objections, 19.19 is approved.
In an 8-1 vote, the District Detroit officially getting the green light from Detroit City Council, approving 50 blocks of what developers are promising to be a world-class living, working, and entertainment space.
Listen, you're talking about 20,000 jobs, $548 million in labor income, $865 million in wages.
Thank you,
so this
Mrs.
is a big
Kurt.
deal.
A big deal that also comes with a big bill for the city.
Creektown, dude.
Olympia Development, owned by the Illich family and the related companies, asking taxpayers for nearly $80 million in local and state tax incentives and reimbursements.
Is taking money directly away from Detroiters to give it to the district project. This makes no sense.
Detroiters voicing their opinions both for and against the development during the hours of public comment.
We have to develop, and the city has to build, which creates jobs, creates revenue.
And when you develop anything, you're going to get jobs. People need to build stuff. You're going to have some economic stimulation to the economy and so forth. That's not the issue. The issue is who does it benefit?
For a local person like me who goes to Wayne State and I'm dorming at Wayne State, I think it's important to see the city grow.
Mayor Mike Duggan, also optimistic, releasing a statement saying in part, today's city council voted for a future where all Detroiters who want a good paying job can find one. Now, the one lone no vote came from City Council President Mary Sheffield. She says this plan doesn't include enough post-construction work for the city, as well as support for disadvantaged businesses in the city of Detroit. Now, the District Detroit doesn't officially have the green light to break ground yet. They first have to get approval from the Michigan Strategic Fund, and that vote doesn't come until April. Live in Detroit, I'm Kiara Hay, 7 Action News.
Okay, impressive project no matter what. Thank you, Kiara.
So, of course,
It's the photo suite.
There's going to be a lot of negative Nellies, and I want to thank you, Miss Kurt Cobain, for your support. Did you guys hear that the Starbucks CEO is testifying before Senate today? Does anybody know why? Does anybody know why Starbucks CEO is testifying? All I know is it's live right now. Former CEO, I guess. Starbucks CEO Howard Schultz, and it looks like he's testifying in front of Mr. Bernie Sanders. Do we want to hear what they're saying? The Chinese battery factory. I don't know about that one. If you guys have any stories that you would like to see covered in the morning show, go ahead and email them to the team email. I'm not sure if there's a thing for it. Let's see. Email or tips. I can't remember what I made it over here. The burned migrant shelter. No, I did not. Explaining himself for why his coffee is shit. It's about some kind of union stuff.
Are standing up and they are fighting back to form unions in order to improve their wages, their benefits, and their working conditions.
So it's about the workers unionizing. God, he looks so mad. Why you gotta be so mad, Bernie? Alrighty, let's move on to our next story. And like I said, bring the stories. I will talk about them in the morning show.
There's two bills right now moving very quickly through the Florida legislature, and it might make you pause before you post because they could make it easier for you to be sued.
Uh-oh. Florida legislature. Haters, open your ears. It's another way for you to come get me. I'm up here. Come and get me.
For a status update. Let's get right out to On Your Side, Renashi Gregorio. She joins us now from the newsroom with an example of what could get you in trouble if these bills become law.
I would never.
Good morning. Well, an Instagram post calling a city council member corrupt, a Facebook post criticizing how your HOA is spending money. You could get sued for these and more, First Amendment advocates say, if these bills become law.
Tonight's like one of my favorite nights. We just started doing this jam session.
Christina Wagner
It's
owns Rain
demonetized.
Dogs in 5 Points.
I use social media all the time. We do a lot of events at my spot, Rain Dogs, and I want people to know about it. I want people to organize. I want people to see what's going on.
Wagner uses social media to promote her business and to discuss political issues. But online speech could get much riskier. If 2 new bills are signed into law in Florida, it will become easier to get sued for what you post, political or not.
What they do is they lower the bar where people can sue critics for saying things that they don't like.
The bills would change Florida's defamation law, as First Coast Amendment Foundation Executive Director Bobby Block explains.
Well, I guess
someone's grandparent could go on a Facebook.
This could go the other way. So haters, better watch what you say about me because Florida's got this. I'm up here. Come and get me.
Say something about politician or someone locally. Someone in the comments could end up suing that grandparent.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Governor Ron DeSantis says the legislation's intention is to stop journalists from defaming people.
I don't think it's going to cause much of a difference in terms of free speech. Particularly, corporate media outlets have relied on anonymous sources to smear people. And I just
agree.
think that that's something that is fundamentally wrong.
Block says the legislation
I agree with that.
would impact everyone
Maybe,
on social
Mary.
media.
Making people being afraid of being able to speak openly, I mean, that's dangerous.
The House bill's sponsor is expected to change one element which presumes anything said by an anonymous source is false. We're going to talk about that more in the next half hour.
Oh, wow. You wouldn't be able to have any anonymous sources that would be automatically deemed as false. But look at what News Nation has done. Look what News Nation has done with their anonymous sources. It could be harmful. I see both sides. And with the age
we didn't expect to see you.
With the age of AI, is it a bad idea though? Think about it that way. Demonetized means that I do this for a living and they suddenly, without notice, took away my monetization, which means I don't get paid from my AdSense anymore. I can't reapply for 30 days. So, in other words, I'm not going to get paid next month. That's what that means. So we get paid once a month on YouTube. The 21st of the month is the payday for the month prior. And so now I won't get paid for anything I made in March. They took my monetization away for the whole month. So on April 21st, when I'm supposed to get paid for the month, I won't make any money. So I don't know how the fuck I'm going to pay my bills, but that's what they do. And it's just, it's horribly wrong. And it's got me like second guessing everything that I'm doing. And I'm just trying to like push through right now. So that's the nuts and bolts of it.
Less than 5.
All right, we're gonna watch this story and discuss. This is a Florida story, and this is a crazy story, you guys. I want you guys to pay attention because I'm gonna be stopping throughout, for copyright purposes because you know how it is. But this is a story out of Wauchula, Florida, and we're going to take a listen to what happened to this couple, and I can't wait to hear what you guys have said. No, you can't get unemployment. Not an option. So it's like being fired. It's like waking up in the morning. I got an email. We're sorry, your channel is no longer eligible for monetization because of reused content. And they define reused content as content that other people have also uploaded. I don't know how you're supposed to cover the news when you can't. I don't know. I don't know what to do. What's Burger King is closing all locations in Detroit and Flint. Also, Cracker Barrel is shutting down a ton of locations. But we're going to switch gears. I do get paid here. So this channel is monetized, and that's why I decided to go here. So I'm on unpaid leave. Yep. What's up, Mandy, Sloppy Joe? So this is Wauchula. And this was out a day ago. This is about one family, 2 kids that died in their grandmother's care. So the first kid died in a drowning in Wauchula, Florida. The second kid was forgot in a hot car by the same grandmother. No, I can't apply for anything because I'm self-employed. I'm a contractor. I don't qualify for anything because I'm 1099 through YouTube, through Google. So it is what it is. I'm fucked. Okay. Until I can reapply again, I have to make changes to my channel, which means probably deleting all my shorts because those are considered reused. And then I can reapply for the monetization, and then they will tell me if I can make money again. So until then, we are over here, and it is what it is. I don't know what else to do. Wauchula, Florida is in the center of the state. It is about, I would say, 2 hours south of Orlando. And it's a very small town. Wauchula has like maybe 5,000 peeps. But we're going to watch this story. It's heartbreaking. Okay. And I just can't wait to hear your guys' thoughts on this.
Wauchula, Florida, a small town along Main Street in Hardy County. Population, less than 5,000. Kayla Nix and Drew Schock grew up here and reconnected 5 years ago after what began as a high school friendship. They soon decided to have kids and raise their children where they had roots.
This was the plan. We were going to have 3 kids. And that, you know what I mean? That was our goal.
My mom was a principal.
Kayla's mom, Tracy Nix, now at the center of their family's story.
Here we are.
A story they're here to share.
It's really difficult to know that my mom is the one, that broke his heart here. My mom.
According to the complaint affidavit, on November 1st, 2022, Kayla was going to get her hair done and asked her mom to babysit. Tracy met friends for lunch, drove home, and forgot her granddaughter in the back seat of her 2019 Lexus, with the windows rolled up. She went inside, talked to her dog, and practiced the piano. When one of her grandsons arrived, all of a sudden it came across her head that Uriel was in the back seat all afternoon. Her husband immediately began CPR. Temperatures in Wauchula that day reached 90 degrees. Uriel died. She was 7 months old.
Hi, Mark Barden at Sandy Hook Promise here.
Sorry about that. Let me switch accounts so I don't get the... My husband was supposed to put me on my other account on the family plan. And he didn't.
To think of the last moments of her life as a mother is gut-wrenching.
A little girl. How do you forget a little girl?
After identifying his daughter at the hospital, Drew remembers.
We're out in the parking lot just trying to grasp out what just happened, and that it actually just happened twice in our lifetime.
Twice in less than a year. 16-month-old Ezra, Uriel's brother, also died while under his grandmother Tracy's care.
911, where is your emergency?
That's a little baby. The grandmother's out giving him CP. Is he breathing? No.
Okay, it was a pond,
Yeah.
and they're not sure how long the child was in the pond?
No.
Drew got the first call 3 days before Christmas 2021.
He goes, something happened to Ezra. And that's when I just called Kayla. And she goes, what? And I said, I don't know. I'm heading there now.
Can you imagine being the wife, though? If you're the wife and, like, your mom did this, What the heck? What's that? 34343. Email me. I don't know how people leave kids in cars either. I don't.
See the helicopter landing, and I didn't look when there was a stop sign. I was in a full head-on collision, and I was going 85 miles an hour in that case, 6 months pregnant. But I got out and started running to my parents' house, and at this point I don't have shoes. I'm just running. That was my desperation to get to my son.
Kayla says her doctor told her she needed to make a choice.
They withheld information from me. Any information that would work me up or make me emotionally distressful would be harmful to my unborn child. And I knew in that moment that as much as I loved him, that she was a real life and she was coming, and it would be wrong of me to lose it over him and hurt her and take her.
Kayla and Drew had never seen the incident report detailing how Ezra drowned in a nearby pond the afternoon his grandmother fell asleep. In the report, the detective wrote, a complaint affidavit for child neglect will be forwarded to the state attorney's office for further review.
I didn't know that they had ever attempted to file charges.
Kayla says she will never forget what a deputy told her.
I was told that unless I believed that my mom held my son's head under the water and intentionally killed him, that there is nothing else that they can do.
What? What is that all about?
What?
Well, get this. In the state of Florida, you can have a child drown and you get one free pass. You get one free pass.
About my son's death.
In a statement, the state attorney's office said, in cases involving the accidental drowning of a toddler, Florida appellate courts have stated that a one-time lapse of judgment would not establish culpable negligence of the caretaker.
Can you believe this? It's not even on a case-by-case basis. It's just across the board, you get a free pass. I never knew this. That tells me we have way too many kids drowning in the state of Florida.
His story has gotten lost in hers.
After the death of
Ezra.
your son,
Mhm.
did you trust your mom?
No.
No, we didn't trust her at all. Like I said, that's why we never let Asher go over there.
Asher, their now 4-year-old firstborn.
We were.
Oh my God, it breaks my heart. These people are a mess.
Asher, their now 4-year-old firstborn.
We were anxious, but I loved my mother, and I am a daughter that wanted her mom. I thought that if I could believe in second chances, and so when I was told that Ezra's death was an accident, some sliver child part of me thought, okay, good, I get to keep this mom, this grandmother, this.
Yeah, how can you just write off your mom like she wanted so badly to have her mom and her kid's grandma?
3 months after Ezra's death, Kayla gave birth to their baby girl.
There wasn't a moment to get a grip of the death of my son before there was the life of my daughter. And how beautiful is that? Her name is Uriel, and it means, it's a Hebrew name, and it means God is my light. You're so cute.
Kayla and Drew were protective.
The very, very minor amount of time that...
I'm not trying to be judgy, but she seems like she's on something. And I'm not saying after what she's been through, I wouldn't be on something too. But it just makes you kind of question the whole story, right?
She saw my daughter was almost always supervised.
On her daughter's last day, Kayla says she knew her mom's plans.
Yuri was at a restaurant with other people that I knew and trusted.
Within hours, someone from the sheriff's office showed up at her home.
and said that your baby is dead. And I said, I'm sorry, what? I know what was said. Why are you here? Why are you, like, what is this? No, Kayla, your baby is dead.
2 children now who are no longer here. You know what I mean? Somebody has to answer for that.
But Tracy's attorney, William Fletcher, says it depends.
I don't know, but they have a really nice
Because
house.
somebody dies doesn't necessarily mean that somebody has to pay.
Okay, so let's unpack this dude, number one. Okay, I got to put some criticism in here because they say that's fair use. So let's talk about his toupee and how it does not look natural. And let's talk about why is his face caved in. There's my criticism.
That somebody has to pay. And this obviously was an accident. And the question was, is it culpable negligence?
Fletcher told us Tracy Nix will not be making any public statements.
Tracy loves her daughter and her son-in-law and all of her children and her grandchildren.
What is she feeling?
Totally devastated. Totally devastated.
Why did you choose to take on this case?
Publicity. Look at him. Watch.
It was so incredible. I can't conceive of the pain.
It was so incredible. It's always follow the money, honey.
I got a couple grandkids, and you feel the same way about your grandkids. So it's not, you know, the parents are hurting, but so are the grandparents are hurting.
Wait a minute.
Grandkids.
What's on the side of the baby's head? I'm trying to figure out what that is. And they just had another child, too. It's like, what is going on here?
You feel the same way about your grandkids. So it's not, you know, the parents are hurting, but so are the grandparents are hurting, too. So there's no winners here, certainly no winners. Everybody, I mean, it's just total devastation. They're very fine people. And decided I'd take it.
Look how cute that little boy is. Whoops. Shit.
Jury should be focused on and deciding, is this culpable negligence?
Fletcher says if found guilty, Tracy could be sentenced to between 12 and 30 years in prison.
So then if I'm objective, she needs to go to prison. As her daughter, it kills me to say it. As their mother, I demand it.
I want justice for my son.
I mean, what do you guys think, though? She says, as their parent, I demand it. But as her daughter, I'm torn. What do you think of that sentiment?
So then if I'm objective, she needs to go to prison. As her daughter, it kills me to say it. As their mother, I demand it.
I want justice for my son. So that way I don't let what happened to my son happen with my daughter and her just get scot-free because I couldn't live with that as a parent.
We asked what they would want Ezra and Uriel to know.
That we loved them and that we're sorry. Because they were beautiful children and they were taken by somebody that we believed was worthy of trust.
The pretrial hearing is scheduled for March 28th in Hardy County with photojournalist Randy Wright and my team investigator Kylie McGivern taking action for you.
Okay, that was uncomfortable. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know exactly, Mary. That's what I was thinking. They have a newborn baby. It's a little terrifying to see the condition that she's in, you know? As the mom, you left them. I want more background info. How often did Grandma have these kids and why? I agree, Amanda H. I agree with that 100%. I was wondering the same thing. And why did they let Mom take the baby? I feel like there's more to the story as well. That's why I wanted to get y'all's opinion. Sorry, not sorry. I'm sad for the grieving parents, but I'm outraged children died. Yeah, I don't think I would have left my mom with after the first one. I definitely would not have. The deaths can trigger postpartum. I hope people are paying attention. Jay, when is your next call-in show? I have something very interesting about the Idaho case I need to share with everybody. I don't know, Maiden. I don't know. I don't have one scheduled. But if you have something that you'd like to share, you can email it for sure. And Dad was okay with leaving the second kid, but he's going to cry now. Did Dad know? Yeah, I don't know. I feel like, like she's saving that marriage, right? Okay, so our next, let's see, what do we have up on the docket next? That was a lot. I've got two more for you guys. We're going to go into Pullman now that someone mentioned the Idaho 4. We're going to watch a throwback this morning.
Well, it all started back towards my...
Oops.
Well, it all started...
Okay, and the voice is creepy because this guy is incognito. Now, this is from the YouTube channel Murrow335, and it only has 187 views. But this was created on December 8th, 2015. Emma Bailey's sixth roommate arrested for rent? Unaliving? What? Who's Emma Bailey? Oh, that is sad, Rusty. Where are you from in Michigan, Rust? I saw you mentioned Marshall over on the west side there. Who's Emma Bailey? Two people in custody after man dies of apparent overdose. Emma Bailey of Moscow, Idaho, and Demetrius Robinson of Tacoma appear in Lewis County Superior Court on Wednesday. Whoa. Officers with the Centralia Police Department responded about 9 a.m. on March 21st to a report that the man was found by his friend in an apartment in the 3000 block of Borst Avenue, unconscious and not breathing. According to the friend, the man was visiting from UI in Moscow and had attended a party in Seattle the night prior. He received care at Harborview Medical Center before he was discharged at 2 a.m. and picked up by the friend who lives in Centralia. Someone's cooking bacon. I can smell it. The friend told law enforcement the man went to sleep and stopped breathing shortly before the friend called 911. The man's official cause of death has not been released. She used to live at the house? Emma Bailey, 22, and Demetrius Robinson. Where have I seen that name? Was he in the jail? Are accused of delivering cocaine to the man shortly before he overdosed. At the request of detectives, the man's friend sent a social media message to Bailey and attempted to ruse her into a meetup to purchase more narcotics. But Bailey allegedly advised she was not willing to sell and that the man died in Dee's arms and the man needed to get healthy. When law enforcement... She used to live in 1122 King Road? when law enforcement located Bailey and Robinson in Des Moines, Idaho, they reportedly found some loose powder substance, several $100s in cash, assorted sizes of small baggies, bottles of white powder, vitamins, and empty capsules in a bag sold for the purpose of self-loading. They were charged with one count of conspiracy to commit violation of the Uniform Controlled Substances Act in Lewis County Superior Court on Wednesday. The charge is considered a Class B felony, which carries a maximum penalty of 10 years in prison. Bail was set at $100,000. Bailey and Robinson have hearings on Thursday, March 23rd. This is old. This is from March 22nd. Emma Bailey. Oh, shit. Here we go. Cocaine. Yeah, probably laced with fentanyl. Emma Bailey. Moscow, Idaho. Miss Idaho. Emma Bailey. Is this her? Miss Teen Idaho? That can't be the same chick. Is that the same chick? God, they all look the same. What is with that? Look at her Facebook. This must be her here. Emma Bailey named May Idaho State University Career Path Intern of the Month in 2020. Idaho State University's May Career Path Intern of the Month is Emma Bailey, a journey pursuing a degree in visual communications. This is Idaho State University. That looks like the same girl. Oh, wait, you guys can't see her. Hold on. Let me fix this. Oh, coming in hot with breaking news. Intern of the month. Well, how about the fact that you guys can look into this? Look into, the driver of the private driver. Well, how many Emma Baileys can there be? According to UI, Young was majoring in journalism. Who's Young? I think they named Caden Young, a junior from Boise. Caden Young is the one that died. Caden Young. Is that him? 6'3" sophomore? Looks like freaking Ethan. Mandy Joe, look who's here. Who's here? Or how about the private driver who was named in the Pennsylvania thing? His wife works for the Moscow Police Department, I think. This is Caden Young right here, 6'3", 185. Quarterback. Is that him? Caden Young highlights. I follow all these people on Insta. They are all connected. Really? The driver's name was Eric. It says Eric Grower, but I think it's Gower. you kidding me right now? I can't. He wrote for the Argonaut? Are you kidding me? Wait, this is the kid that died? No, the safe ride. The safe ride. I believe he's married to someone named Katie Short Gower. And she's been sending the Freedom of Information Acts out. She is actually the administrative person, if that is his wife, and she's also was or is a reporter. Yeah, I think it's a promotional video, but this is him. This is Caden. 2 people have been arrested in an incident involving the death of a UI student in Centralia, Washington. He died while away from Moscow. Okay, so this girl, let's go back to Emma. Emma Bailey. Hold on. Emma Bailey. Is this her? Wait, hold on. I want to show you guys a picture and you tell me if this is her because I have questions if it is. This chick here, can you see it? Is that her? He lived at 1122? Who did? What do you mean if he lived there? Yeah, I'll show you. It's... Hold up. Where did I have all of that? Hold on a second. Okay, here it is. Hold on, I'm gonna airdrop it. I don't know. I mean, maybe I have the wrong person, but you guys can do some further research on this. I don't have a lot of time to dig deep into this stuff. But I'll show you what I have, and then I'll put it in Discord. You guys can check it out as well. I've seen that name, Demetrius Robinson. I don't know where, though. Where did that name come up for me? Where did that name come up for me? Universities. Why is that coming up? For Robinson, I wonder. What's this? USA. Wait, what is this? Guys, what is this? USA versus Robinson? Oh, look. This is from 2023. This goes back 2022. For some reason, I don't know if we can view these. Oh, this is North Carolina. Let me view it. But this for some reason had Kopaka, and I don't know why it came up like that for me in my history. That's strange. Because watch, if I put Robinson. See that? USA versus Robinson? I don't know why that said Kopaka with it. That was weird. A new Netflix documentary comes up with Robinson. Maybe that was the last name of another person. That's what I'm thinking. But also this Vanity Fair came up. Why did that come up? Have you guys read this Vanity Fair? It's pretty long. We should read this one day. I've never read it. Look at these two at the door shaking hands. What'd he do? Come and pick up some drugs? He's got them in the case. He's like, thanks, man, for letting me pick up my stuff. Okay, back to, sorry, I'm getting off. Emma Bailey. Emma Bailey, 1122 King Road. Or maybe I saw Demetrius used to live there. Maybe that's it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not seeing anything coming up with that. I'm sure you guys are screaming at me in chat right now. Okay, these are the current residents. M. Curtis, J. Johnson, S. Ellis, S. Derby, M. Johnson. What? Have you guys ever seen this? Yeah, that was weird, Annie. I don't know how that popped up. Maybe he was on the roster before. I don't know. Definitely that name. Sounds familiar. What's the name of the guy who was arrested for threatening to kill someone the week before the murders? I don't know. Oh, wow. These people arrested for giving him coke and he died. Yes. R. McQueen, K. Peterson, A. Hagenlock, J. Ruan. Are you guys seeing this? Apple. There's an apple in the damn jail, guys. Hold on, but I think his name starts with an A. Oh my God, maybe it was the house that was targeted. Look, Andy Frank Apple. Appel. And then there's a P Apple that used to live there. But remember they said we don't know if it's the people or the house? Let's see if there's a Robinson in here. He was discharged and died later? Yeah, I'm confused. Yeah, there's no Robinson in here. It was the house. Okay, so L. Lahman, J. Oaks, M. Harris. Oh, Apple's in there for drugs. Apple's in there for drugs. E. Hart. N. Kunkel. D. Haynes. K. Kinnear. D. Brush. Yeah, there's new. I've never seen these names. N. Chasen. I don't know if them like giving the house away like made something pop up in this. I don't know. J. Fernandez. That's Boise. W. Martin. R. Dahl. And that's all that comes up. I don't even see the girls anymore. They must have taken them off of here. Neighbors. What's the other house they own? Nearby sex offender Nathan Warren Lisi, 34. But the current residents are M. Johnson, S. Derby, S. Ellis, and J. Johnson, who's 30 years old. Yeah, I went through 4 pages. This is 1110. This is D. Vowels, S. Pataski, R. Benzel, J. Quinn, and K. Udy. Razkowski, Del Torske, Swopes, Evans, and Hunt. 1118. M. Johnson. Yeah, I don't know. Johnson is such a popular name. What is it? 1118. He said. That only has 2 residents. S. Schumacher and J. Paradis. Oh, and then it's got these guys. Nowak, Kugler, Fortune, Becker, Anderson, Bunsen, Patik, Bryant, Floden. Ooh, like Floden, like Candace's sister, Floden. Hankins. Any of this ringing a bell? Foxman, Batari. What about 500 King Road or Queen? Is it King or Queen? Okay, so anyways, the private driver works for UI, and he from what I could see, he goes to high schools and he recruits low income students to the school. Did you guys know that? No property owners found. Oh, here's some names. 500 Queen Road. I don't see any names that we've seen. Can I sort by date? I don't know. Look at resident. A is not dumb. What does that mean? No, they go across the state of Idaho. He goes to different high schools and he recruits kids that can't afford to go to college. This is insane. I bet you there's a cop involved in this drug thing, and that's what that whole paperwork thing is about. But who are these people? Who's M. Johnson and M. Curtis? I know that's not the names of the landlords. That's really weird. All right, let me show you what I found on the driver. The driver. If it's him, I don't know. I might have the wrong thing, but this is what I found. And you guys can look up what Bridge, Idaho is and Upward Bound. It's a whole program. Oops. And then in 2014, he said he made it to Indiana, so he must have ties to Indiana. And then I found that he's married to Katie Short Gower. You know about Upward Bound? Well, he runs it, I guess. This is who I found as Katie Short at dnews.com. And this is the reporter from D News, the Daily News. That's Katie Short from the Daily News. And then this is Katie Short from the Moscow Police Department. So I don't know. Does it look like the same Katie Short to you guys? She's administrative assistant. It looked like the same girl to me. There's another school shooting today? Is that what you said? What's why Brian went to Colorado? For what? I mean, I think that definitely is the same girl. Different color hair. So one is, she's the one that's been sending out all the FOIA requests that have been coming in, is Katie Short. Her name's Katie Short. That's her maiden name. So I'm assuming that's why she uses it in the business world, because she probably used that name prior to getting married to that Eric guy. Eric, whatever. And the weird thing is, upon reading Eric's Facebook, they have a dog named Murphy. Make it make sense, right?
I would never.
So I don't know. Well, I don't think they're sisters with the same name, though. Katie. Why would you have the same name as your sister? So, anyways, back to Emma. This McCutcheon guy is in here too. He was arrested on 322. Jaheen Lamar McCutcheon. But that Robinson, I have seen that name somewhere. But okay, we were starting this. We were talking about Pullman, and then someone came in with that news. This is, again, from Murrow 335. And I'm just going to let this video speak for itself. Drugs isn't a rampant problem in Pullman, Washington, it says, but police are still trying to crack down. So it's not a problem, but they made this video anyway.
Well, it all started back towards my freshman year. I helped my buddy sell a little bit of marijuana. Ended up making quite a lot of money off of it.
Illegal drugs are a nationwide problem and generate over $190 billion a year. With marijuana becoming legal in Washington, Police have found it difficult to track illegal drugs such as heroin, meth, and coke.
It's not a rampant problem, right? We have a small core group of hardcore heroin and meth users that tends to bring out vehicle prowls and burglaries and things like that.
Pullman police are trying to crack down on dealers. When people are using these illegal drugs, it drives different types of crime. But the dealers don't see it that way. They're in it for the money, and they make a lot of it.
Yeah, I think the biggest reason people get into it is the money, and that's why I see it in it. The money comes in, and it's done nothing but grow for me since I first initially helped my buddy start selling weed. It drives me every day. I want the money.
Drug dealers don't care who they are selling to. The demographic in Pullman is quite a diverse age range, and age doesn't seem to matter when it comes to drugs.
It goes from just out of high school to high school kids up to elderly. Up on the hill, I know there's a lot of coke use, and we've arrested kids that have coke on them. Majority of patrol deals with heroin and meth problems.
Now that marijuana is legal, dealers have had to switch to selling other drugs, and this makes them skeptical.
I mean, you're only one bad deal away from going behind bars for some of the things you sell.
Drugs will always be an ongoing problem, and police will continue to crack down. Reporting from Pullman, I'm Austin Warford.
Well, there you go. There you go. Are you serious? It's like a hoax shooting going on right now? That's terrible. The webs that Moscow has weaved. Coke up on the hill. Well, College Hill. That's what it is. It's College Hill, Mary. Check it. This is what I've been wanting you guys to watch with me in Discord. If you haven't watched these in their entirety, you need to.
He's trying to buy drugs.
Okay.
And I don't agree with it.
See this? This is where I swear this is freaking... I swear this is Brian in one of these videos. And you guys can laugh at me all you want. But I'm telling you.
Just make sure you...
I think this is 4 months ago. This is Parents' Weekend. And I think Brian's dad was there. You guys can call me crazy.
Throw it away.
Find the trash can. Thank you.
Right on. Have a good night.
Have a good night.
Yeah, you too. Are you walking on your own?
This is College Hill, season 1. So he asked this guy right here, who's blurred out, what's going on. Now listen carefully.
No, he's trying to buy drugs.
Okay.
And I don't agree with it, so I said, do what you got to do.
Okay.
And so I'm going to the room.
Okay.
He can sit here and stay with these assholes.
Well, he's walking off.
Is he
so-
staying
Yeah.
in the hotel with you? He left because he's on probably probation.
Is he staying in the same hotel as you?
I don't know.
He's not in your room though?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Well, we'll go see if he wants to talk to us. And
Yeah.
if you go to your hotel, you guys will be separate.
I'm good.
Everything will be good.
Thank you.
All right,
cool.
take care.
Have a good night, sir.
Are you headed home or what? Your father-in-law wants you to leave him alone for some reason. Okay, don't be out here trying to buy drugs, man. Thank you. Get home safe.
I'll put the links to this in the description of this video. You guys should watch these. I would love to host a watch party and show you guys. This is Pullman PD. This is filmed by Film Stitch. PPD College Hill is produced in cooperation with the Pullman Police Department. PPD Officer Willis with the intention of capturing genuine and entertaining interactions. As a courtesy, Film Stitch will attempt to blur the faces of obscure or otherwise make unrecognizable all individuals engaged in interactions with officers during the production. Someone's swatting. It says these episodes need to be longer. If Officer Willis decides police work is not for him, he could start a PR business. No, this is not filmed that night. This is November the 10th. This is November 10th. So this is when they put it out. So are we thinking that that's Brian's dad? You're right. It is November 10th. See, I swear that's Brian's father. And then that's Brian. He's like, he could stay with these assholes. I don't know what the fuck, man.
He's trying to buy drugs.
Okay.
And I don't agree with it, so I said, do what you gotta do.
Okay.
And so I'm going to the room.
Okay.
He can sit here and stay with these assholes.
Well, he's walking off.
Is he staying in the hotel with you?
He left because he's on probably probation.
Is he staying in the same hotel as you?
I don't know.
He's not in your room though?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Well, we'll go see
I
if
don't
he
know.
wants to
Maybe
talk
it's
to us.
not.
Then if you go to your hotel, you guys will be separate.
I'm good.
Everything will be good.
Thank you.
All right.
Cool.
Take care.
Have
a good night, sir.
Are you headed home or what? Your father-in-law wants you to leave him alone for some reason. Okay, don't be out here trying to buy drugs, man. Get home safe.
And that's what they do? Even if it's not BK's dad, but that's what they do? He's like, the white cars are of abundance in here. The white cars are of abundance in these videos. You will shit when you watch these videos, guys. Is that for donuts? Remember, these kids went back and forth and partied between these two colleges. They didn't just stay in Moscow. No, this is Willis. He shows his face. It's Officer Willis. Oh, I've seen the Halloween one, 343. The girls arresting people. I've watched these in and out.
Home separate?
Yeah, we'll go home together. We'll go home.
Okay.
Eventually, like
Okay.
way later.
Well, as long as don't be yelling out here and stuff like that, you know, because then people get alarmed and then I come over and stuff like that. Especially if something escalates, then someone could go to jail. We don't want that.
No, we don't want that. We don't.
You know. Yeah.
You good, bro? Yeah, I took my contacts out, bro. I can't see shit either. Yeah, left eye. That's what you did too, bro.
All right, guys. Have a better night.
Yeah, this is what they do. What is this? You kidding me right now? Who's the guy to the far right, Mary P? Who's that cop? That's not Willis, is it?
Up next on PPD College Hill.
I saw you carrying this grill, man. Where'd it go?
See, I had a feeling this was BK too, and I don't know why. I have a feeling that he was doing weird shit and on drugs. Yes, Emma Bay's bond is 100K. She's in some hot water. You guys have to see this. Let's go to episode 6. Check this out, Mary P. I had no idea. I had no idea today's live would bring us to this.
Keep your eyes out. He's wearing a blue jacket.
He's wearing a blue jacket. Okay, check it out. This dude's on drugs and he like stole a freaking grill. And the cop's like, put it back. Watch.
Come here. Come here. What are you doing, man?
What?
What are you doing? With this grill, what are you doing? I saw you carrying this grill, man. Where's it from?
Over there.
Go put it back. You know better.
I know.
You looking to get charged with theft out here, bro?
I'm not.
You know if they want to be a victim of theft, I'm going to charge you theft, right?
Uh-huh.
That's silly, dude. You know better.
I know.
Do you know these people?
I do not.
It's a bad look for you.
You're not? You're not.
There's nobody there. All right, man, I'm going to add you to a case. Don't be doing this stuff out here, man. You know better.
I apologize, Garrett.
Just don't let it define you, man. Make good decisions, all right?
Well, I don't know if I don't believe that he's a vegan. I don't believe anything that's been put out there, all that bullshit. Vegan, visual snow. I don't believe any of that shit. None of it. Nothing. I don't think we know shit about Brian Kohberger, if you want my honest opinion.
Did you want me to leave your current call open?
So your work order said I-300?
Yeah, Providence Court.
You're not in Providence Court, boss. You're on Brandy Way.
Yeah, you're at Pimlico.
Makes more sense.
Oh, this is Brandy Way. This is where the damn... This is where that hit and run was. This is the night of the hit and run, guys. Brandy Way.
Okay, so that's
why the key didn't open the door.
Okay, sorry, I'm kind of new too. I'm like
They're pretty close.
Wait a minute. They just caught someone trying to go into the wrong apartment. And he's pretending that he's at the wrong place. Listen carefully. This person's trying to get into someone else's apartment.
I-300?
Yeah, Providence Court.
You're not in Providence Court, boss. You're on Brandy Way.
Yeah, you're at Pimlico.
Makes more sense.
Okay, so that's
why the key didn't open the door.
Okay, sorry, I'm kind of new too. I'm like
They're pretty close together, and the buildings look fairly similar.
Yeah, I know. I'm in my second month here at this
You're good,
job,
man.
dude.
You might
I'm
ask him
sorry,
for a
guys.
map or something if it helps you out.
I'm in my second month here? Is this Brian?
I thought I did.
0563.
Oh, that's so... Oh, man, I'm so sorry to that guy.
Well, this came out on December 7th, but that doesn't mean that was when it was filmed. But you'll see this is the same night as the murders. Because you see the hit and run girl get arrested. I can't believe you've never seen these. I watched all of them a long time ago.
Well,
Man.
better miscommunication than somebody actually trying to break into the apartment.
Yeah.
So can you get the key out of the
I've
lock,
been
or is
trying to
it
get the
jammed?
damn key out of there. I don't know if it was because he was holding it or...
Yeah. Now we're ready to go.
Holding it because I was not expecting anyone.
No, we understand. He's in the wrong apartment building.
We were sleeping.
Yep.
I was
Okay.
Like, what's
Wrong
going-
apartment building, man.
It's an honest mistake.
Okay.
All right, have a good night. Take care.
Yeah, is there anything else I can do for you guys?
Nope.
Maintenance staff mistakenly attempted to enter the wrong address, it says. Maintenance staff. How is a maintenance worker entering the wrong apartment? I could see if it was someone drunk. Maintenance staff? Who did maintenance? Brian's dad?
Really sorry you got called for my dumb...
It
Sorry.
happens.
Mistakes happen.
Yeah.
Here we
My name's
go.
Officer Willis with the Pullman Police. Pulled you over because you're speeding.
Okay.
It's 25 miles per hour during downtown, okay? Speeding up to get through a light's probably not the safest thing you could do this evening.
Yeah.
Are you in a hurry to get somewhere, or
No, we're just chilling.
just going with the beat of the music?
No, like I would have her turn it up, but it's like, you know, she's really feeling it. She was singing.
All right, I gotta hear it now. Can I hear it?
Oh my God. You want me to? You just. You gotta sing for him. Sing for him.
Are you singing too?
Yeah.
How you guys doing? Good. All right. So, I don't plan to write you a ticket this evening, but I do have documents to stop. Can I see your license, registration, insurance, please? It is a good song.
It is a good song.
In towns like this, all else fails, just go 25 because it's likely the case. It's just low speeds here, you know, small town and all that. All right, just give me a few minutes to document the stop, and I'll be right back with you. Okay? Thanks.
We stopped the vehicle, Washington plate when you're ready.
Yes, thank
All right,
you.
have a good night. Enjoy Pullman. Have a
Don't
good
have too
time.
much fun.
I try not.
Officers, okay, wait.
So there's a lot going on.
Officers are responding to a fight at a fraternity house. Yes, they did. This is in cooperation with Pullman Police. Absolutely.
I understand that, but
He's gonna get some tickets tonight.
are you in?
He's going to get some tickets tonight. The dude's on the ground, guys. What the fuck is going on in Pullman?
So there's a lot going on right now.
I understand that, but
He's gonna get some tickets tonight.
are you in?
I am.
Okay. Were you at my program last week?
Officer Willis? Yes.
Yep. What did I tell you in that program?
Sorry.
Come on, man. It's cold. I wouldn't be out here unless I had to be.
I mean, I'm not wearing a shirt on this.
I'm a clown chaser. I just want to be on film for the Officer Willis show. You know what I mean?
You're on it.
I'm on it. I'm excited. I'm here.
A cloud chaser. That's the first time I've heard that. That's funny.
Proper response for an injury accident in the area 1560 Northeast Brandy Way, The Grove. Time to...
Here you go. We're back on Brandy Way shortly after midnight. 11/13/2022.
2341. First party witness. Patients are lying on the ground screaming.
6-3, got 2 patients laying on the ground. What response do you have? Medics coming.
Home in 481, we've got a damaged fire hydrant. We're going to need somebody to come out from water to try to seal it off.
So we had a caller call in and report that a vehicle struck 2 pedestrians, almost hit a third, struck a fire hydrant, and then left the scene. We had officers and obviously the ambulance respond to the scene, discovered 2 people that had been struck by what we determined later to be a large dark-colored SUV. Those people were both transported to the hospital. I believe they should recover from their injuries. A third person jumped out of the way or they would have been struck as well. The fire hydrant, we had to have the city come shut it off. It was actually about to erode an entire hill based on the quantity of water coming out of it. There was also like a partial electrical box that had been struck.
406. 406.
I located the vehicle on California Street near Monroe, Lake Washington. It's unoccupied. I've got the substantial damage, particularly front right, missing grille, as well as yellow paint transfer from the hydrant.
Officers later found the vehicle involved at a different location, and we ended up arresting somebody that we believe.
Okay, that's who they arrested. Some female, 19-year-old. Carmen something. Can't remember her last name now.
Conducted the hit and run, and we conducted a DUI investigation on that individual as well. Please do not drink and drive. If you need a ride, there's Cougar Safe Rides. Call a sober friend, call college cabs, find some other way. Worst case scenario, walk. If you call us, we will call resources for you to try and get you a ride as well. Just whatever you do, don't drink and drive because it does affect people on the roadway.
Yeah, there's a couple white cars right there. Absolutely. I can't believe you guys have not seen this. Where is that scene where they arrest her or whatever? And this is a frat house, I guess? Is that the same frat house that the fight was at earlier? Carmen Fernandez, thank you. That was who they arrested that night. Yep, there's a Hyundai right there, Elantra. Right there by the cop car. And then there's another white car down here. There's so many. If you watch all these videos, you'll see how many damn white cars are in this. There's 6 episodes. They haven't made any more, which is really interesting. Here's another show. Pullman Police Department. Minor intoxicated in public.
Right over there.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
No.
Okay.
And look how they show. Look at this. This is sick.
I can guarantee you, 425 northeast that way. I know that.
Okay.
I'm trying to find a boyfriend because from
what's Avenue?
my address.
Okay. You just told me it was Street.
425 northeast is
Right.
about 3 blocks that way. Yes.
Yeah, a little further than that, and you're going the wrong way,
No.
and you're lost and you're by yourself. So for your own safety, you are under arrest for being a minor in a public place exhibiting the effects of having consumed liquor. So just relax. I'm going to put handcuffs on you. So, do you have any ID with you at all?
Right. May I check?
Just hold still for me for a second, okay? So, because you are under arrest, I'm going to advise you your constitutional rights. You do have the right to remain silent. You
I don't know No, she was walking down the road. There was a young lady walking down the highway that tried to get on the bus. She's really drunk, so he arrested her.
Stopping.
This vehicle has no headlights. He lets the guy go. No ticket. Oh, check this one out. Watch this. Watch this one. I'm not sure, Mary P, what he was pushing in.
Who lives here?
How's it going?
Who lives here?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm here for a noise complaint.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
It's all right. So
yeah, we could turn down the music.
So can I grab some ID from you since you live here, and then I'm going to
course.
explain the ordinance to you so you know what's up with it.
Yeah, no worries. That's
cool. Appreciate that. So any time of day, people can complain about amplified noise. So
Yeah.
music would include that, right? So any noise basically that reasonably disturbs the peace of another. Okay, so we got the noise complaint. We're here. I'm going to give you a warning the first time. If we have to come back, it's a $1,025 ticket.
Okay.
Okay.
$1,025. They changed the price of the tickets throughout this whole show. Every person they talk to, they make up the price. It's so weird. This one is for a firework violation.
44. Fireworks are coming from the house next to Theta Chi on C Street. Direction. It's going to be down in the area of D Street. You see any mortar tubes? So you can either open up the door, talk to me, and get a warning, or I'm going to call your landlord, and I'm going to have a conversation with them. 44, go ahead and
They always bring up the landlord. They did that in Moscow, too.
open fireworks call at this address. Show me out on it.
Wait, is this live PD? Can I get on camera? Oh, it's the camera guy! It's the Poland PD dude!
Landlord was contacted. Citations issued by mail.
All set up. She was looking for something.
I don't know how to reconcile your denial with my visual observations.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to trust what I watched you do tonight, whether you think you did it or not. So I hope this is a changing point in your life. You're going to go home, you're going to go inside, and you're not going to come out again tonight. Do you understand? I'm not shaking your hand.
Yes, sir.
Which way's home?
That way, sir.
Grab your belt, leave the bladder.
Yes, sir.
Go home.
Sir.
The court will be contacting you most likely in the next month.
What does that mean? Leave your bladder? What did he have a bladder full of?
Tell you not to talk to your girlfriend, but it might be better to talk to her when you're sober.
Yes, sir.
All right, go home.
If we see you out again for the rest of the night, you're going to go to jail physically, okay?
Yes, sir.
So take this as a learning opportunity.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I'll leave the freaking links for you guys, and I'll put this in the description for you. It's crazy. It's crazy town. All right, we're going to get into our final video. This went over a long period of time. Oops. This is a Florida Gator getting loaded into a trapper's van. This is just today. Look at this shit, guys. We're going to have to play this again.
Push the gator, not the trapper. Watch that tail. Watch that head. Watch the head. Push.
This gator was wandering. It's 9 feet 4 inches. Wandering in Howard Avenue in Tampa. That thing is a mammoth. Poor thing. We invaded the alligators. Good luck at your doctors, Mary P. Poor thing. It's probably so scared. Oh. That makes me want to cry, honestly. Poor thing. It doesn't want to be in a pickup. It wants to be in the swamp.
What's your name, Timmy? Mike.
All right, you guys, call me on three-way. We are wrapping this up. Thanks for being here for the morning show today. Ooh, we unpacked a lot of stuff today, didn't we? Thank you for being here. Thank you for your support. If you guys put off anything that you were doing today, I appreciate you. They did care about it. They did. Hopefully he just goes right into the swamp and can live happily ever after. I hope they don't euthanize it. But bye, Punani. Thanks for coming back in.
Wife me once they get that good punani.
All right, guys. Dance it out, Jay for Justice style, and I will see you in the next live stream. Stay safe.
I don't give a damn. I don't really care about you and your problems. I don't give a damn. You talk way too much. I have heard enough about you and your problems. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. Damn, 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 damn. You wanna be with me. You wanna feel something real, but I'm feeling differently. You're making plans to get to friends, but don't wanna face the fact that I ain't got time for that. Staying up late, sleeping all day, dreaming about Cadillacs. Buying new shoes, hanging by the pool, sipping on Coke and Jack. Calling my phone,
I flashed and said, wow, pretty far out. I thought it was pretty far out.
Yikes.
Have a great day.